Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Pagey here once again with another video, and they've actually released the first look, I guess you could say. It's like the test footage, almost similar to what we got with Joker last year, where they did the same thing with the Batman. So the Batman suit, or the Bat suit if you want to call it. I'll play the clip that they released. This is coming from Matt Reeves. He released it on Vimeo of all places, but you can download stuff on Vimeo, which is good, so I'll play it right now, and we'll have a quick chat afterwards. See, obviously that clip was a bit drawn out. It was a bit dramatic, but of course, who's the best superhero for some drama? It's probably Batman, wouldn't it be? And I guess some drawn out stuff and just making you wait. So, obviously that clip it has gone a bit viral, as you'd expect. It's obviously going to be trending on Twitter because the Batman, even though it doesn't come out next year, is going to be one of the most talked about movies of this year because it comes out fairly early next year. So everyone's going to be talking about it, especially trailers are going to come out this year for it. You'd have to think maybe at Comic-Con, or even if it's just like a first look, like quick little clip thing, whether it's not like an official trailer or not. We'll get some stuff this year, obviously, leading into a fairly early release next year. I think it comes out in... is it April or early next year, the first half of next year, whatever it is. But there was actually some info also released about the story, or like from insiders, which we'll get to in a second. But firstly, on the actual Batsuit, that obviously is something that we need to talk about straight away, because it's actually, I think it's very different from what a lot of people were actually expecting to see. Now, firstly, the cowl or mask area. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that they don't really like it. And this sort of ties into the little piece of info they'll drop that was dropped from insiders, which we'll jump into in a second. But I actually don't mind it because it actually looks very early on in his Batman stages, which will relate to what we'll go over in a second. I did see some people saying it looks like cheap leather, which you could argue, yeah, it maybe looks a bit leathery, but to me it looks like metal. Even if you look at like the nose area, it looks like there's dents on it where, whether it was a bullet that grazed it or just someone punched him that maybe had like a ring on or something like that. There's like dents on there. Obviously that could be leather, and those are just cuts on the leather, or dents, like leather can dent or get like marks in it. But to me, it sort of looks like a metal mask, and maybe the back of it is like a leather sort of material, but the front of it that covers his, face area for the most part is like a protective or bulletproof metal sort of material. That's what it sort of seems like it would be to me. I don't think you just wear up a straight up like flimsy leather thing. I did see people saying that it was like some Adam West 1960s looking Batman mask, which maybe is a bit of an homage to that. But to me, it looks like it is some metal. And also, even looks like how they like around the eyebrows and everything like that, how it's like formed and everything like that. To me, it looks more like a metal thing, a metal type material. But even if you go down to the cape and stuff, I can't remember the actual artist. Is it Bemedo or something like that? A lot of people are relating that sort of how the cowl and everything has almost like a collar to it. The cape, and it has like a collar to it, is almost like his artwork and stuff like that. I can't remember what the actual comic was from the top of my head that relates to. But, in regards to the cowl and stuff, I can understand if people criticize it based off what it looks like, but it is obviously meant to be early into his Batman career. And as I said, I think it's metal. I don't think it actually is a leathery thing, but it could be. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Matt Reeves might confirm it. Who knows? But then we obviously move down to the bat symbol, or the bat insignia, whatever you want to call it, where you once again get another look, sort of like the cape, how it sort of like starts at the front, it doesn't really go start from the back or anything like that. But you also see that it is like sort of like an armored suit. Now, when I first watched this clip, some of you might have been in the same boat as me. Not too sure, you might have been in the complete opposite boat. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that looks very much like Arkham Knight. Not saying that they were 100% going for an Arkham Knight look, but to me, I was like, oh, that's sort of like Arkham Knightish. And I did see some people, and I'm sort of curious myself, can he take that off him? And like use it as a batarang? Is that like a spare batarang that's just on his like that he uses as his insignia and stuff like that? I don't think it is. I think it's just meant to be like sort of like a makeshift thing. As I said, it's going to be early into his Batman career as the Dark Knight, if you want to call it, as a detective. But I like that look. I'm assuming by the end of the movie he might get a bit of an upgraded bat emblem there that doesn't look like it's put together. I don't even know what that necessarily is that he's used to make it. Is it like gun, like grips or something like that? It almost sort of looks like that. But if you have any theories as to what that could be made out of, let me know, because I'm sort of intrigued what the hell that is. Maybe it's obvious and I'm just being like a complete idiot and not realizing it. But I think this actual look is good because it's different. I think a lot of people were expecting maybe something similar to what we'd seen before, with just maybe a bit of an upgrade, or it's just like this, like a perfect version of maybe a Batman suit in the past that was maybe like an 8 out of 10. But I think them going a bit unique and different is the way to go, because I think this Batman movie is going to be trying to be different, because this movie isn't really at the top. Like, people are shocked when I say this, and I tell this to them, but this movie, funnily enough, isn't really at the top of my DC. And DC is my shiz. It's my favorite stuff. So it's actually not at the top there, and it's just because we've had so much Batman in the past. However, I am sort of excited for it in regards to the fact that it could climb up there if it does take a unique take, and it's like something we haven't seen with Batman in the past in the movies and everything like that. So this sort of, puts it up a bit more. It's like slowly climbing places the more I hear about it, and now the more we see of it. And look, I was actually pretty happy when I saw this, I'm not going to lie. In regards to why they released it, some of the insiders, or the scoopers, if you want to say, were saying that it wouldn't be a surprise if they released a first look at this suit in the next 2 weeks. This was about a week and a half ago, because I think they're going to do public shooting. Not necessarily he's going to be standing in the middle of the street going, "Hello, I'm Batman." Nothing like that. It's just the fact that someone could get a grainy picture from like 50 feet away on a potato camera, not even a good camera, and then that goes online. That's the first look of Batman. That'd be the worst thing possible for the movie. Releasing it in this test footage style like they did with Joker before he went and did public filming as well is the best way to go about it. But overall, from seeing the top half of this new Batsuit, I'm a fan of it. I'm excited to see what else they show, whether they do show first look at other characters that they might film in public. Obviously, there was the whole Penguin scenario and everything like that, and I don't think they would have been too happy with that photo getting out because it wasn't in very good quality. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe they show more stuff like this, but they might just like not do it too early because it's still over a year until the movie comes out. So there's no real rush to release it unless they want to be protective from like leaks from set getting out there that aren't the best quality. But in regards to that info that came out, this is actually coming from, or the Wrap's putting it out there, but it's coming from insiders. I don't think it's specifically coming from the Wrap itself. But yeah, it seems like it's coming from insiders connected to the Wrap. Sort of hard to get a complete grip on it. I will leave the link to the article in the description down below if you do want to go check out it. But obviously, Matt Reeves in the past has described the film as a defining and very personal story about the Dark Knight. But this is not going to be an origin story. He's already going to be Batman when you pick up. So it's not going to be like Batman Begins. It's almost going to be like the follow-on from Batman Begins, if you want to call it. But according to insiders with knowledge with the film will explore Bruce Wayne's second year as the Dark Knight detective. Now, obviously, we know that Catwoman's in the movie, the Riddler's in the movie, Carmine Falcone is in the movie, and of course the Penguin. So you have to assume the Penguin is, what would you call it, like already set up in Gotham. Like Iceberg's Lounge probably exists, everything like that. The Penguin's already this well-known figure. Catwoman's an interesting one, whether this is like her formation into Catwoman, and I guess the same with Riddler, because it is important to remember that Paul Dano was cast as Edward Nashton, not Ed Nigma. So he was Edward Nashton, then becomes the Riddler and is Ed Nigma. So you have to think maybe it's an origin story for the Riddler, maybe, and then maybe also Catwoman, and then of course the Penguin's already established, and whether he's the main villain or not, who knows. But I'm intrigued to see what they do with this movie going forward. As I said, it wasn't really at the top of my list when it was just like, the cast was interesting, but like I wanted to see how this Batman movie was going to be different from all the other ones we'd had in the past. And just from this Batsuit, and I guess even the description where it is the second year and it's a younger Batman, but not an origin story at the same time, just does get me more interested. It's still not at the top of my list because I'm excited to see some new stuff, but I am excited to see this new twist on Batman. And, you know, I have faith in Matt Reeves. I love his 2 Planet of the Apes movies, and I'm interested to see his take on here. And they've got a good cast. So, yeah, I'm all for it, and I can't wait to see more stuff that comes out, whether it's in the next month or in the next year until the movie comes out, but I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on the Batsuit. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What sort of inspirations are you getting or feels from it? Are you getting from like previous Batsuits in like movies, games, comics, anything like that, or TV shows? Let me know all that. Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.